Right. I mean, none of this really matters, but because we're loading into next season. Cost cap. We're projected to minus. Let's advance to December and see what happens. But I think we're all good really to advance here. We've got the research complete. Max Verstappen wins again. Disappointing, but oh well. Reduce factory event. I mean, no. The season's over, so may as well. How long does everyone have left? We have 3 years left with everyone. Except Ollie, who's joining us for the long haul. Driver development update. Cornering's improved. Arthur has improved slightly. So balanced is slightly better apparently. Yep, that seems to be the way to go. Oh, we did advance to the next month. Cost cap. Yeah, we've 14 million left. What do we want to upgrade here? Haas only got 3 points last season. Did any drivers go pointless? Zane Maloney was pointless. Mick only had 1. Do we want to upgrade any of these? I'm unsure just yet. I think I'll advance to the next season to do those. I think I will not risk just yet. Low morale. I mean, the fact you're not enjoying your break has nothing to do with me. You know? Like, you're just not enjoying your break. I don't really care. Sure, I mean, there's no more races, so it doesn't make any sense. An extra 6 million for being decent at pit stops? Low, high confidence. Our drivers were pretty decent. Our heritage has gone down. But our rating has gone way up. Regulation changes are massive. Let us start the new season here. Wait, can I move my camera? I can accept new target. What is the new season target? Is second. Or I can switch team. Well, I'm just gonna accept the target. Because I don't want a new team. I just want to win with Ferrari. Event days, you can go max. Race hospitality, you want to go less. Race simulator event, you want to keep them to kind of as a minimum. Race day factory events. Yeah, you kind of want to keep them down. Memorabilia room, I'm pretty sure. Max. Driver appearances. Well, are welcome. Race weekend. Driver's control performance rating will be reduced. Don't like that. Driver development will be paused for each week of the appearance. Well, let's try that. I think we've got everything correct here. I feel like we could. I feel like though, like last season we had like 27 million. I'm confused why it felt like that. But anyway, we're going to confirm that. Confirm the Ferrari powertrain. Driver development. How's your drivers looking? I mean, we do have Ollie in, yeah. Ollie's in. Development. Is it wet track we have them on? Yeah. Control and smoothness needs to be as far. Oh my god, I've just realized season 4 in that it resets. Well, that's unhelpful. But now what we're going to do is we're going to develop the car, design, and we're going to slap on an underfloor on the car. And it is going to have so we can go balanced, high speed, maybe balanced, and then the underfloor doesn't actually do a whole lot. Let's see what does a whole lot. Optimize aerodynamics, and then we go minimum lifespan. Not massive improvements. I mean, I was kind of hoping for like disgusting improvements. So what is this, balanced? $320 kph. Let's go high speed and then maybe we need a much lighter car though. That's all we're aware of really, is that our car needs to be lighter, because I think that's where we were struggling last season, is because we had such a heavy car. Oh, our cooling is not great. Optimized aerodynamics looks good. Oh, race performance. The straight line speed is way better. Oh, the side pods do a lot. And they take off the extra weight. A chunk of the extra weight. So side pods and rear wing. Interesting. Let's see what suspension does. I'm very intrigued just to see how much we can actually improve by here. Race performance, brake cooling's way down. And then if we go... take a little weight off. Suspension doesn't really give you much. Suspension may be one of the weaker things in the game. Let's see here. So, optimized aerodynamics. Jesus Christ. And then if we go... the chassis, oh my lord. So, chassis, side pods, and rear wing. Yeah, and we're gonna be insane high speed corners. Let's see here. Let's have a look at the underfloor one more time to see how much it actually gains by, so we can gauge here. It's just not as good. I mean, I just know we need to get the minimum weight down. I feel like, what is better, the chassis or the side pods upgrade? Yeah, he really did have to do it the hard way. Sean, you're right. Optimize aerodynamics. Max has done it 10 ones in a row. Yep. 10 ones in a row. Man is built diff. Yeah, I think its chassis is the biggest one. If we have a lighter chassis, it may absolutely change our fortunes here. We go optimized aerodynamics here. Or maybe race performance. Because that's much quicker in the straight. Optimized aerodynamics. Much better in high speed corners. Do we want straight line speed or high speed corners? You know what? Let's compare ourselves to Red Bull. Because I knew our problem with Red Bull last season was that our weight was too high. We were too heavy. Despite our car at some point being better. And this time Red Bull has a better car than us. They've researched better. They're much better low speed. Our high speed's almost there. And they're better pretty much everywhere else. So, okay. So we just kind of need to upgrade everywhere? Is that correct, game? Just everything needs to be better. Wait, we have reduced wind tunnel time. Oh no, that's not good. That's really not good. If we take the minimal lifespan down, we're much quicker in the straights if we do this, which I like. And then the next one will be side pods, I think. One? Only have 8. Fucking barely anything to upgrade parts. Yep. And then I feel like there's better ones than front wing, but I feel like we now need to upgrade it because we need better low speed. And just, yeah, that'll do. So let's see what does the most here. So pit stop errors actually does way more than balanced. So let's do pit stop errors here and let's try. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that, and then we can go. Yeah, that looks good there. And we now have loads of. Oh no, we need to confirm that. We've loads of money left over, so what do we want to upgrade here? There's that, or the design center. Yeah, let's upgrade that facility. And hopefully we have enough money to make all our parts. I would be annoyed if we didn't. Sponsoring. This dude's not gonna make it. Bottas have a good, quiet race, P10. Yeah, for a second there, Lacroix? For a second there, it looked like Loki Sarge could potentially get points, but it wasn't to be. Key information, Hamilton and Alonso are now out of our save. Essentially, they've retired. Paul Aron. Whoa. Whoa. Sergeant, cause I haven't seen that incident back. I didn't actually see that. What happened? Do you know what happened between Sarge and Bottas? Because I missed it completely. Lawson is now P20 in the driver standings, ahead of De Vries and Ricciardo after just 2 races. I'm pretty sure because neither of them have achieved a P11. That's kind of how it works. Is on average he has better results. Alright, hopefully our upgrades are decent. We've got new chassis coming in. You'll love to see it. And let's make sure we're absolutely not a bad run from Lawson at all. Manufacture, chassis, chassis 2. Correct chassis, yes. And then manufacture side pods, correct side pods. And then we've got our front wing is next, although the front wing development takes less time. Fatigue reduction might be the way to go here. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, Albon doing the business yet again. Okay, that seems to be the way to go. Aston Martin and Alonso had a tough race, but managed to get to the end. Spa's 20,000 career laps, yeah, seen that. Kind of mental how long he's been going, to be honest. And when I mean kind of, I mean very mental how long he's been going. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, that's good to know. We had enough for all of our parts here, so we can actually upgrade another facility here. We did have Team Hub to upgrade, that's all we needed to upgrade, I'm pretty sure. And then the hospitality area doesn't matter. Isn't it Team Hub? Morale, yeah. We're gonna do Team Hub here. Lovely. Love to see it. Our pre-season test results. Design center improvement. How long is this for? Fuck it. Let's do it. We've got our factory upgraded, lads. Factory's upgraded. Is our factory max level yet? Our factory's 1 away from being max level, but we now have enough for 5 manufacturing slots, so we should be good. Now let's, first of all, well, we've did that. First of all, put all of the correct car parts onto the cars. So that is correct chassis on, correct side pods on, and correct front wing onto the cars. I'm looking forward to this Bahrain Grand Prix. I'm looking forward to it now. I am looking forward to it. But I think we're ready to go here. We are absolutely ready to go. Let us go. This could be the season, lads. This could be the season where we finally beat Red Bull.
A very warm welcome to you all. It sure does feel good to be back. As we start a brand new season, the slate is wiped clean, and all 20 drivers prepare to make an instant impact ahead of an exciting year. Bahrain International Circuit was Formula One's first venue in the Middle East, and is still a calendar favourite. Dusty and challenging, this desert track is a real test of endurance for teams and for drivers. Mercedes will be giving a shot.
I think that's most of the F1s are thinking on him.
The question is, can they compete with the old hands?
Yep.
So,
Alonso continues to be rapid.
Let's get started.
Doesn't matter what age he is, all he knows is how to be rapid. That is all that man knows. And we don't need to do much for practice here. We can just head on through. What? My home track is next weekend. Is that's Singapore, Sean, isn't it? Looking forward to it, Sean. Are you going to be able to go to it at all, Sean?
We'll practice.
Oh, you're going, Sean. You're in our Discord, aren't you? I want videos of everything. I want to see everything. I want you to spam the videos channel of just all of the F1 on a street track. It's actually, I had went to watch their quali last year. This year might not be able to. Well, if you can see the race at least, you know, I would take that. But to see F1 in like a street track like Singapore, that'd be insane. Right. I'm excited to see our upgrades here and how they work. I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? Bottas, don't block us. Bottas in the McLaren? Chat! Chat. Pause. Big pause. The driver lineups here on season 4. Everyone switched. Bottas and Ocon in the McLaren. Russell and Norris in the Mercedes. Sargent and Piastri in the Williams. Ricciardo's gone to Alfa Romeo. Stroll and Joe continue to be in the Aston Martin. What the utter hell? Norris to Mercedes though? Wow! I mean, Ocon wasn't great. Albon has no seat and Albon's been fucking class. Albon was class in the Williams and he was decent in the McLaren. I would say Magnussen's probably had a bigger gap to Gasly last season. But I'm very intrigued to see what our drivers can pull out here. A 130.8 for Leclerc. What can the Red Bulls do? Verstappen's coming around next. Let's go on board with Verstappen. Please be like a 131.9. Be away from our time.
And reminder, stay negative on the dash.
I mean, we're still on pole, but I was hoping the upgrades were going to be big. The upgrades are not as big as we wanted. No. But anyway, we're still on pole here, chat. We're still doing good. Or if you didn't hear me say hi before, hi again. Hello R, how are you doing? Verstappen and Perez have an equal time, interesting. Well, the streamer who did the Alfa Romeo save out of summary of seasons... Sean, I still haven't got around to looking at that. I've had such a busy day. I need to keep fixing my camera because I keep changing my sitting position. Thank you for the 2 bits, R. Russell's into P2. Where have Merck come from? Merck were like not good at all last season. Merck were like P5 last season. Why is Russell up there? That's scary. I'm scared, chat. I want to just win. I want to win.
Green light.
Oh no, Sargent's gonna block us. Sargy, get out of the way. Logie, don't be in the way while we go through here, please. He's in the way. He's completely in the way. Completely in the way. Completely in the way. Still in the way. That's not even pulling out of the way. That's getting in the way. Oh, he's blocked both their fucking drive. He's blocked both their laps. We're going back in again. We're fueling up for a second run. He's blocked both fucking laps. What an absolute asshat. What did Cam say? In season 5 of my Williams career, Mercedes finished 10th in the constructors. What? Yeah, Sean, if you want to summarise it, you can. I have no problem with that. I'm probably going to be very busy tomorrow as well, so I might not be able to watch the videos. But P10, Leclerc from Ferrari to Red Bull, Russell from Mercedes to Ferrari, Perez to Mercedes, Magnussen to Aston Martin, Albon to Alpine, Tsunoda to McLaren, Schumacher from AlphaTauri to Williams, De Vries from Williams, De Vries back to Williams, and Sargent to Haas. Palou joined Haas, and Iwasa joined the AlphaTauri. Jesus. Do we have anyone blocking this lap? I don't believe we do. Leclerc's rather close to Sainz, but Sainz... Oh, we've got a fucking Red Bull on our way! What are you doing? Fuck off! Completely in the way. Having so many laps blocked here. Chat, Norris and Russell are P1 and 2. I don't like it, chat. I don't like it. I don't like that Mercedes are back and have a class driver pairing. I don't like it. I preferred them when they had Ocon.
Copy.
It was fucking Verstappen blocked around. Where's Verstappen?
Slow down now.
Copy.
We need Verstappen to catch us, and then we're gonna push again to block his lap.
Copy that.
Alonso, Hamilton, Hulkenberg, all free agents, but most likely to retire. Piastri has no seat. I mean, we had Piastri with no seat, and Hamilton and Alonso, season 4 in, have retired. In season 3,
Tires are good to push.
they were all free agents. Pindog, welcome back. Says, what a title fight. I mean, it was just started in Bahrain, and the Mercs are quick. That's terrifying. The Mercs were so slow last year. But we're now trying to block Verstappen's lap because he blocked our lap, the absolute prick. Yes, Leclerc.
And we need to look after these tires.
Copy.
Verstappen only 9/10 down after all that blocking we did.
Top of the mark.
Hopefully we can get clear laps here with our drivers. Joe, Sonoda, but oh, everyone's fucking exiting the pits. Everyone's exiting the pits. We need to go ultra slow here to let them get clear, but oh, they're gonna block us at some point.
All clear in front. You can push.
They're definitely gonna block us on the right laps for sure. Which I'm not happy about. I don't like how close they are. Perez is now being blocked by a Haas. Interesting. Right. And let's advance on here. See, does Sainz catch Gasly here? We might not catch Gasly here. We might just be okay. We might have just made it here. Let's see. We need to improve on our current lap times because I'm scared. Sainz jumps. Leclerc jumps. Let's go. Let's go. Big improvements from the lads. I think we're safe for those laps.
Charge button on.
Leclerc with 30.3. Verstappen's out! Verstappen's P12! Verstappen's out! Verstappen's out. Perez P7! What? Bottas has out-qualified Perez in Q2. What? I don't believe what I'm saying. Sergio Perez in greed Pindog, or indeed, I said in greed. That doesn't make sense. Let's go, lads. Let's get a clear lap here. Hopefully no one blocks us. We need no blockages. Perez, do not block us. If someone else comes out of the pits now, it's over. Perez, I think. The McLaren. The McLaren.
For now.
Fucking, who is it? Bottas, get to fuck. You agree with me? Yeah, yep, facts, facts. Bottas is gonna block our lap here. Pinches us to the apex, blocks the lap. Has the fucking qualifying gotten worse? What is that? Yep, we're going in immediately with both drivers. Qualifying's gotten worse. The lap blocking is fucking ridiculous. It's like so bad. It is worse than it's ever been. Right, where are we now? We're here. And we need no one to be exiting the pits. And annoyingly, there's going to be Ocon that's going to block us for sure. And the Merc of Russell who are finishing their laps.
Use this track and rear wisely. Can go now.
Valtteri's just built different, Sean, and it's not because all of our laps have been fucking blocked.
Start the lap.
Ocon, get out of the way. At least he relatively got out of the way there. He's going to block Leclerc though here, because he's not going to dive out of the way. Oh my god, he did. He actually got out of the way. We just need Russell to now get out of the way. And we will have a proper lap here. Okay. Russell, out of the way. Out of the way, Russell. Out of the way. Out of the way. Out of the way. At least we know Sainz has got a good lap in here. Can Leclerc pass Russell, or is Russell going to be a dick? Russell makes us go round the outside because he's an asshole, and this game doesn't know how to make fucking people do qualifying correctly. Alpine have a quick car here. They do, but here's the thing, chat, it's about a flip. Watch this shit. Watch this shit. It's about a flip. Sainz on pole, Leclerc on pole. Love to see it. We need to go a bit pacey on the in-lap here to get out. Yes, Sean, Verstappen was put out in Q2. Alright, we're going to need to be quick on this outlap here. We're going to need a quick outlap. We're only going to get one run at this, but we will have the right tyres on. I think we're going to be okay because that Merc of Russell, and there's cars coming out behind us, so I think we're in the right window here. I think we don't need to push too hard on the outlap because I think we will make the line. Because the Merc was out there and Perez is on outlap. But it's the Alpine of Magnussen who's behind us, so I think we're in the right window here, chat. Are you ready? Are you ready for Ferrari pole? Come on, lads! Come on, lads. Are you ready for Ferrari domination? Come on, lads, come on! First race of the season. We have this, lads, we have this. Come on.
And track is clear, track clear. Start button off for last corner.
Yeah, they went Bottas and Ocon, which is such a strange pairing. Leclerc's maybe a bit too close for my liking, but... He's gonna have a monster toe down here. Leclerc's got a purple. Norris has went P5 on his final lap. Gasly's went P7. Bottas stays P2. Yeah, it is very unrealistic. I don't know why Sainz is trying to defend. On his quali lap, Ocon P8. It's a purple double for Leclerc. Come on, lads. Come on, lads. Let's see these upgrades. Russell jumps to P3. Leclerc improves. Sainz improves. But Leclerc surely has it in the tank. Perez. Where's Stroll? Stroll's way behind Perez. It'll be Perez across the line next. Can we beat out Perez? Come on. Perez didn't improve! P1! Yeah! Come on! Come on! Ferrari 1-2 in quali. That is what you love to see. Yes! We had actually gone quicker in Q2 with a 30.3. Yeah, Russell, that's a decent lap from Russell there. But Gasly had a 30.6 in Q2. Gasly actually did not perform there in Q3. He did not perform like he should.
The time is all...
Let's go, lads! Yeah, Bottas in P4, what is going on? This has been such a dramatic change. And the strategy is always a soft, medium, soft here. And we are going to try and disappear into the distance with the Ferrari drivers. We should be able to do it. We're in a Ferrari, come on. We were much quicker than the Merc and the McLaren last year. But we will see after their research. Let's see what's happened. Come on, lads.
Here in Sakir, the floodlights are on, and it's nearly time for 57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit.
Great crafty,
Here we
loved
go
it.
With the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Come on, lads. And Verstappen's down in P12, so we don't have to worry about him until later, maybe. I still don't know if the Red Bulls are good because Perez qualified P5. Russell's had a blinder at the start. Yeah, you need to go on. Overtake aggression high here.
But I leave it to you to judge the risk. Copy.
Sainz on the inside of Russell. Comes the outside. Cuts across him.
Keep it tidy.
Copy.
Sainz now, please do not let Perez overtake you. We don't need any Red Bull fucking chaos anymore. We really don't need it. Leclerc's getting up the road. Leclerc's disappearing. Oh, never mind. Maybe? Come on, Sainz. Get Russell. Get him. Alright, Sainz is just not getting Russell. We need to stay in behind now and make sure we get the DRS. Oh my god, where is Russell going?
Hunting time.
Time to go anting, time to go anting. But Leclerc now is disappearing up the road in a Ferrari. Let's go!
DRS enabled.
DRS enabled, DRS enabled.
G1. Russell behind. Can go tire management.
Okay.
And charge button on.
Copy.
Charge button off, charge button off.
In increase lift and coast.
We're gaining on Perez. In your opinion, which will be teams strong and weak at Singapore next week? McLaren, maybe? Although with that new straight, if it weren't for that new straight, McLaren definitely, but with that new straight, things may change.
And charge button off. Okay.
Charge button off, charge button off.
Just look after the
Please still be in the DRS of Russell. Do not let Russell escape. Ferrari, see, Ferrari had very good top speed there, but
because there's more light.
I still don't really know what the Ferrari package is, to be honest.
Copy.
And charge button on, charge button on,
Okay.
charge off.
The Ferrari package is still puzzling. Why is Russell so quick? What the hell?
So charge button off.
Copy that.
Williams might struggle a bit,
Yeah, confirm.
but Williams were decent in quali in Zandvoort. They just kind of fucked the strategy in the race. You know, so you don't really know these things.
Focus on tires. Copy.
No lift off needed. You are
No
doing a
lift
good
off
job.
needed.
Copy this.
Leclerc just needs to get going down the road. Sainz can now manage while he's
And charge button off.
staying behind Russell.
You can
While he's
catch
staying behind the Russell.
it. Charge button on.
We've now got
Copy that.
neutral.
Charge button off. Copy.
Charge button on, charge button on.
Yeah, copy.
It's time to go on.
Yeah, have the overtake aggression to medium so that if there's an overtake there, he goes for it, but like now, I just put Aston Martin as Alonso. Oh, Alonso could do something, definitely.
Good job. Currently P2.
And we need to increase lift and coast.
Copy.
I think Sainz is going to catch Leclerc here,
Charge button off.
which is not good because we're just going to be towing Russell along into this battle. Which we really didn't want, if I'm honest. And we're now there. Let's try this.
Less lift off. Yeah. Charge button on. Copy, copy.
We now need to head up the road away from Russell. Russell's still sticking with us, even without DRS. Russell's pace here is unbelievable. Verstappen's still P12! Sorry? We're just about out of DRS range from Russell here. Jesus. He doesn't have DRS, but soon will.
As you are now, lift off. Copy.
Come on, lads, head up the road. This is what we need to do, is we need to fucking get back on the curbs again. That's what's gonna help us get down the road here. Yellow flag. Oh, Ricciardo had a lock up and Russell had a lock up as well.
This happens down at turn 8.
Ricciardo and Alfa Romeo is just very odd.
Very heavy on the brakes.
And Russell had a mistake there, so what we can do now is completely back off. Because we've an absolute cushion here. Russell a spin. Definitely look. Oh, that's a bad spin from Russell. Yeah, Sean. Singapore requires more downforce, but then they've removed the tunnel section, so that's just a straight. So we'll see. And yeah, Mercedes were supposed to be quick in Zandvoort, and then the rain kind of messed up their strategy now, so Mercedes maybe could do something.
Slow down.
Okay, copy.
Slow down now, slow down.
And slow down now.
Copy.
And some Lyco, please.
Okay.
Perez now into P3 though. Although we'll be able to extend this stint very well, I'd say.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Charge button on.
Copy.
At the moment we are good.
Copy.
Energies are good.
Okay.
I don't know why Leclerc's struggling so much on fuel here.
Keep pushing.
Copy.
Keep pushing.
Copy.
Look after the tires.
Look after the tires, look after the tires. Like, Leclerc's fuel is not regaining at all, whereas Sainz is now 2 laps extra. Alright. This could be the opportunity for Max to get his first ever win at Singapore. I didn't know he hadn't won at Singapore. I didn't even know that.
And bigly stop.
But our drivers are now good to fight. As long as both their overtake aggression is way down. And our tyre wear is way better than everyone else's, so we're just gonna keep pushing now as these two swap and squabble. And we're gonna try and extend the stint as well. Hopefully everyone behind us boxes so that we've clear air to drive into, essentially. Because it's the optimal pit stop time now.
The temperatures are going slightly up.
People going in now.
We'll get them.
Continue.
We
keep
will
going.
get them. Right, this is the lap where we're going to decide whoever's ahead by the... After this DRS zone here. Does Sainz want it? Sainz appears to not want it. So we're going to go medium tires.
And Box now, box.
And Leclerc should be ahead of Tsunoda, I'd say. But we are so good in the Ferrari now. We're so good. We're so good. I mean, Russell was a bit scary earlier on. Russell's actually pit very early, but we were in such clear air
Copy.
that it didn't matter. Let's see how quick our pit stops are here at the start of the season as well. 2.1, I'll take that. I will take that. Absolutely. Leclerc now into P3. Perez is out on fresh mediums as well. We're that far ahead. Where's Verstappen? Verstappen's 13th. This is beautiful. This is bellissimo.
Fiddling.
Okay.
13th. He's now 12th actually though, but Verstappen, he's got no pace. Stroll's gonna have DRS and there's another DRS train going on here. Russell is now, well, I forgot Russell had that massive spin, that's why he's fallen so far behind us. We have now Norris to clear, who's yet to box. Norris is yet to box. If there's rain in Singapore like last year, it's going to be unpredictable, yeah. For sure. Very for sure.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
I don't know if I want rain or not. Because for me, if it rains, then it's like Verstappen's just going to win even more comfortably, although he didn't in Singapore last year, but... We are fast, Leclerc, we are fast. We are fast. Love
And
it.
we need lift and coast.
Lando pitted now.
Well, racing in the rain in Singapore is really tough. We've seen so many mistakes in the race last year. And you'll have to remember though, Sean, is that Verstappen didn't start P1. I think he had a grid penalty, so he had to make his way through the field, whereas if he just nails it in qualifying, then realistically, what is anyone going to do? You know? If he nails it in quali. He didn't have a grid penalty. Did he not? What happened in Singapore last year? I don't actually remember, but I remember he had to make his way through the field. He did not qualify P8 on pace. Did he? Who was on pole in Singapore last year? Because I do not remember this at all. Leclerc? Miss the days of Leclerc being on pole, chat. It's been a while. No, we don't need another stint. When does it want us to box here for... Yeah, lap 41. Okay. Now that I know that piece of information, I can now tell them just they don't even need to be on the curbs at any point. And now our gap is just going to extend here. Over everyone because we're now off the, or on the curbs. Sainz gets the fastest lap. And we could be a pit stop ahead. Verstappen is P11, chat. P11. This has been such a massive swing. It's unbelievable. He just keeps sliding around, especially in Sector 3. Failed to have clean runs in Q3. I don't know why I don't remember this at all. Like, I genuinely do not remember that at all. Fastest lap for Bottas. Hold on. Verstappen's now got the fastest lap. Why is Verstappen jumping up places? Can we stop really quick? Let's see now. How? What is the? Oh, right. Okay. Right, lap 41 is when we decide who's going to get to box first here. And it might be Sainz that gets priority here. It might be Carlos Sainz who races for Ferrari. We're back in Bahrain where the Australian voice comes out. The Aussie comes out in Bahrain as Charles Leclerc now battling for the inside. And the drivers are side by side. I don't know who to pick to pit now. I might have to give them another lap. I can't even tell who's ahead now. They're gonna have to go around for another lap.
Less lift off.
Less Lyco. Who's behind us here?
Keep pushing.
Iwasa? Mick? Mick on fresh softs. Could it be Sainz this lap? It will be Sainz this lap. Sainz onto the softs here.
And box.
Yeah, box.
And next lap will be critical for Leclerc. You are going onto the softs.
Now pit confirmed.
All he needs right now, Leclerc, is to not have Mick bothering him from behind here.
Was the white line all clear in exit?
Look how much space Sainz has here. Sainz has so much room. Bottas, who's still yet to pit, exits now. This has been a mighty, mighty race. Just need to make sure Mick does not try and send it on us here. As we pit onto our softs here. But Carlos Sainz now may have the other cut. Oh, they've been an issue!
Perfect.
They've had an issue at Ferrari. Oh. And that my sealed call. Charles Leclerc's fight for this right.
Ferrari's team prepared for the stop. Oh, but something's not right. Oh dear.
I don't even know what happened there that went wrong. But Sainz now is going to blast into the lead here. And Leclerc's lost so much time in that pit stop that may have sealed his fate. Sainz now will most likely win here in Bahrain. And Leclerc will have to settle for second. How is Verstappen in P3? What? What happened? Sainz now sets the fastest lap of the race. In Carlos Sainz extends his lead, but how the fuck is Max Verstappen now in P3 after having an absolute stinker, an absolute rotter here in Bahrain? I'm so confused. How is De Vries quicker than us? Sorry. But Norris is now going to catch this fight on much fresher mediums, and Russell's going to catch this fight, and Gasly and Perez, they are going to start to catch here.
And we need lift and coast.
Bottas has fallen off Verstappen. Norris is now going to start to pressure Bottas in the McLaren. You can see the delta of Russell's coming down. Norris has got to clear Bottas here. Otherwise he's just holding up his teammate at this point. Perez has got to catch this pack as well. Norris is struggling to get past Bottas. And Russell now on the back of his teammate. Surely Russell needs to be let through here and get ahead of Bottas. Bottas almost within the second he needs of Verstappen here, but Russell now on these fresher mediums. It could be a Mercedes podium that we're looking at here. A Mercedes podium that has been a miss for quite some time. Do I have fresh softs? I don't know if I want to risk it and box the drivers. Fuck it, let's risk it. Russell now up behind Verstappen. Verstappen much more worn mediums here. Verstappen trying the one stop, but surely is going to start to struggle now with Russell behind on these much fresher tyres. And Russell on the outside here is going to get through in the murk. Sean, I'm going to put both of them and let them fight it out.
And box, Carlos box, pit confirm and box.
Pit confirm and box. Norris now on the outside of Verstappen. Who's going to have the DRS though? It's going to be Verstappen who's going to have the DRS here, I think. So Verstappen's going to be able to keep it ahead here. Although Norris just has much more pace on those tyres. Mercedes are back. Perez now going to come through on these tyres, but Mercedes are back, chat. They are back. Wow. Bottas is in P7. Stroll and Magnussen battling for the last points. paying position. But Mercedes are firmly back. Yeah, I'm guessing Mercedes last year. I've found eating food is yummy. What food did you have, Or?
Billy.
Hopefully there's no more rough pit stops. Good stop for Sainz now. Back into the lead here.
And box now, box.
Copy box.
And Norris is switching with Russell here. Perez is barely catching, but Mercedes are back. Last season they must have only researched. But annoyingly Verstappen is P6 doing a one stop. Come on Gasly, come on Gasly. Come on Gasly. Hopefully they do not fuck Leclerc's pit stop again. That's more like his. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even really know what hummus is. Hummus is a myth. Is hummus real? Do not question my Google search history about hummus. Come on, Gasly. On the inside of Verstappen, Pierre Gasly! On the inside of Verstappen now. And Gasly, and Verstappen's one stop is not working. This is unbelievable, chat. Actually, let's keep him on the curbs, right, off the curbs just for now. Alright, chat. Fastest lap attempt here as well. We're gonna try and get maximum points with Ferrari here in our first week in Bahrain. We've had a tremendous quali, tremendous race. Ferrari are back! Grazie a tutti! Are loving that Ferrari are back. Oh, I just don't believe it. Ferrari are actually back! Let's go! Yes. But, interesting, the Mercedes are now both battling here. Russell and Norris. For position here. Flame emojis. Oh, Norris looking for the move on Russell. What's Sainz up to? He's okay. Norris now. I don't know how I feel about Norris in the Merc. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want him to be in the McLaren. I don't like it. I don't want to see him in the Merc. That would be disgusting to me. I don't like it. Perez is now in this battle, but he's unlikely to get a move here. Sainz is going to round the final corner here and win for Ferrari! He's going to fucking win! And get the fastest lap!
Nail it this time. Well done.
Owen Leclerc beats his fastest lap. Leclerc will have the fastest lap here.
Check it flag.
And Norris follows his teammate round. And it's going to be a Mercedes 3-4. Mercedes are back, ladies and gentlemen. Mercedes are back in this save. Wow. And I don't even remember who it was in my chat earlier, but they said Mercedes finished 10th in their constructors. Meanwhile, Mercedes as it stands are now P2 in the constructors. Gasly gets P6, beats Verstappen because he's better. Bottas beats Stroll. Good result for McLaren, you'd have to say, for their first race back. I don't even know what the yellow flags were about, but...
Now, wasn't that a seriously good drive from Carlos Sainz?
Incredible.
Grazie,
That was a
Emile.
really well-deserved
Grazie.
win. They got their race strategy absolutely spot on.
We may see these kind of
What
scenes
a
a lot
result.
in Formula One, but it's easy to forget just what it means to the whole team.
I thought the
And
dude
with that,
on the left there was like
Sainz's name
in
remains engraved in F1 history.
like in a race suit, and I was like, he wasn't racing, and then we were like, oh, he's probably just a pit crew member. Carlos Sainz wins in Bahrain.
Here at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Russell had made a mad face while that was being spread all over him. Yes, grazie mille.
As far as
Grazie,
Ferrari are
grazie.
concerned, Karun, how do you think?
Leclerc gets fastest lap, and oh my god, we were 3 seconds up on the rest of the grid. Hilarious. But what a race, lads. Carlos Sainz, top of the drivers. Ferrari, top of the drivers. Ferrari. And we're going to get fastest pit stops as well. Ferrari, fastest pit stop. Amazing. 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 Grazie, grazie. Right. Why did we get minus 200k? Oh, because of the contracts. I forgot about that clause. We win so rarely, I forget about it. What a result, chat. Wow. Let's have a look, though, after that race, what that has done to our car parts. We put the mileage... We did put the mileage, like, as low as it could be, because we want to test it. But our pace was good there. The front wing, oh, it wears quick. The side paws and the chassis don't wear that quick, but the front wing wears quick. That's probably going to last like 3 races. Maybe 4. But front wing's one of the easiest to manufacture, which is good. Driver development updates, adaptability's gone up. Ollie Behrman, his smoothness and accuracy have gone up. Training? I feel like the best thing to do is put them on fatigue reduction and then add as much gym training as it will allow. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we need to design our next parts. What do we want to design, chat? What do we want to design? I actually want it to be a big design that we go for, like, on everything. So let's see here. DRS effectiveness, way worse. I don't want that. I feel like underfloor could be a shout here. But everything on underfloor. Maximize it here. And then the weight down. I don't like we're losing in the straight, but we're gaining in the corners. total extra rate's gone down massively with this. Maybe the underfloor. Maybe. We'll come back to it. I feel like suspension is actually the worst thing to upgrade. Like, it doesn't really give you the benefits that you could get. Yeah, you'd probably want to go for optimized cooling. For suspension. But our engine cooling's not doing great. We want to improve our cooling. We're back on the suspension, we're back on the wrong thing. Now let's see if we put everything into something we've already upgraded. Is there anything we can actually do to upgrade this? Nope, wrong button. And then we go... race performance. It's so minimal. It's so minimal. We've already did rear wing. We can then do chassis. Chassis, usually there's big games, but again, we've already put a lot into chassis. I feel like the next design after we do this one, the next big one may be... yeah, there's no real way of improving that, really. It's a decent upgrade. Is longevity, really. Did side pods. Front wing is the last one here. I feel like we could really improve the front wing, and it would improve the brake cooling as well. So if we go... Oh, thank you for the 6 bits. And hello, our dad. Not dad, our dad. Anyway, moving on from that sentence. Total X rate back up again, eh? What if we do this? Right. I've got to do something about the cooling, but I don't really know what to do. But I think, yeah, I think we're gonna go for high iron. That's great to know. Thank you. Great to see you. But underfloor is gonna be our next big upgrade. And we're gonna go into not high speed. Maybe high speed? Let's have a look here. It's a big gain in the high speed. Our KPH goes up. What if we go optimized, then way down maximum? Let's try high speed. Let's go high speed. And then we go minimum, and then so this is everything on drag. Ooh. Hmm. Interesting. Right. seemed a very balanced one there. Let's go with that. And I'm actually gonna go intense, because I feel like we're gonna be designing less parts this year because of the minimum weight. Let's try that. And that underfloor is going to be a very good upgrade whenever it comes. I'm all out of tea. Unbelievable, chat. That's illegal. Got our car test center upgraded. Love to hear about that. And what else do we need to do here? I think we're good. Let's just have a quick look at our cost cap projection. Still okay. I mean, I don't really know from this far out how to judge. Is this shutting off? What's happening with my computer? That's good. Let's go into the next race, I guess. We're all ready. Let's see, was Bahrain an exception to the rule, or are Ferrari back? I'm excited to find out. I don't know. But what we're going to do here is we're going to take all of our allocation of parts out of the way immediately, so that we don't have to worry about parts for the rest of the game, essentially. Well, basically we can take engine penalties whenever we want. And I feel like we need to improve engine cooling, because I feel like, I don't know this for a fact, but I feel like it would have an impact on your words on your engine wear. There we go. Got there eventually. Did you know, chat, I have a bachelor's in journalism? You wouldn't think it with how awful I am at speaking sometimes, the majority of the time. But anyway, let's put in the engine and the gearbox. We've now gone through our allocation here, lovely. And we're going to make sure we all have our allocation here. Great. Great success. Alright, we need to get the last gearbox in. Great success. And then into qualifying we go. And chat, while these drivers go around on their first outlap, I'm gonna make some tea. So, uno momento. Oh, well, actually, I forgot I have to boil the kettle.
You are the clear.
Radio check. Bibliothek.
Warm up on the brakes.
I have to boil the kettle first, which is, it's crazy whenever you have to boil the kettle. But anyway, how is everyone in the chat doing? You's all having a good day? I was having not a great day, and then Ferrari have turned it around for us, which is brightened my day a little, which you'll love to see. My father has come in my room to steal more. What is he stealing? Actually, don't tell me. I'm starving. And I don't have any snacks. So don't tell me. I don't want to know. Because it's just going to make me want snacks more, and I don't need them. 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 Did you know I don't need them?
Yeah, you can go now.
I'm just gonna reiterate, don't need them. Did you not go to the shop? No, I was busy all day doing bleh. You know whenever you do bleh. Yeah, makes sense. But yeah, we're being blocked by a McLaren. Right. Let's skip on this lap because I'm guessing it's going to be null and void by being blocked by those drivers.
And stay negative on the
Science is 6/10 off. Who is where? Let's just put Science straight back out again because we've seen Science was definitely blocked there by the McLaren. Whereas Leclerc may be okay. I don't really know what a good lap time is around here, and especially we've just had a new changing of the regulations, so the regulations are a lot different. Sainz now gets up to roughly Leclerc's lap time, and it doesn't really seem like anyone's testing our lap time, so I think we should be okay. I think so. I think. You're a bloody tinker. What's the best lap time you know of? I don't know lap times. Especially in this game because the rate of progression and there's been a big engine or a big fucking regulation change that basically we've lost 50% of everything. So the cars should be a lot slower here. But we will see.
green light.
How close is Sainz to Leclerc is okay, we just need to make sure that no one blocks our lap. Russell's gonna block our lap. What an ass. What an ass. Russell's there on the inside, just about got out of the way. Is he gonna block Sainz now? Nay. Gets out of the way nicely. We should be through. Actually, Sainz is not got a great lap time there. Leclerc's a 128, so I think Leclerc's very safe. Sainz we're actually going to put out another lap on the same tyres. Has there ever been a driver that never got a podium? Nico Hülkenberg is the longest running driver without a podium. And there's been loads of drivers that have never got a podium, but it's just like Nico Hülkenberg holds the award for being the driver to have most races without actually getting a podium. And because he's been around so long, it's like, surely you would have locked into one
P6.
at some point.
It was a very good
Yeah,
lap.
it's very sad. Very sad for Nico. Nico Hülkenberg. And I think we're safe with Sainz. Although Piastri's ahead of us? In the Williams? Oh no. What have I pressed? Perez is blocking some Alpine. Thankfully it's of Gasly who's actually on a lap here. So great to know. Gasly probably won't improve here. Norris has gone quickest. Sainz is slowly dropping down the order here. He needs Gasly and Maloney to jump him. Maloney's probably not got the pace because Maloney's yet to get points here. Perez doesn't improve. Gasly's out. of qualifying. The Red Bulls scrape into Q3 here. Maloney's now going to cross the line. Maloney's going to go not quicker. Wow, Maloney is a confusing driver. Only driver last season to not get points.
Well done.
So fascinating. I feel like we can use 2 fresh softs in this qualifying session because you don't really use softs in Saudi Arabia, although Carlos has less of an option to switch on the softs in the race here. Hopefully no one blocks our lap. Hopefully everyone gets out of the pits relatively quickly, and I think they have. And we should have two really good runs here. 27.8, 27.9. IDK, what can you tell this track? What can you tell me about this track? Is Saudi Arabia. It was added in 2021. It was host to the penultimate race of the 2021 season. Max and Lewis crashed into each other a couple times. Both were at fault. But funny, eh? Norris now is very close. Scarily close. But yeah, and it has been frowned upon that the Saudi Arabia track is on the calendar because of Saudi Arabia not liking several things that are popular in culture here. Interval leader. Norris could get pole here. We're still 2 lengths ahead of Verstappen. How close is Sainz now to Leclerc? Close enough for a tow here. This lap is a 1. It's a 1. Let's see, 128, 127. So we need to make sure we cross the line with 127 to go, which I think we will have, which will allow us to do an extra push lap if need be. Norris is the driver we're scared of here.
All clear in front.
There's the McLaren. Are they on a
You can
push?
go now.
Is Bottas on a push here? I think Bottas is on a push. Phone. Yeah, I'm gonna read that later, that paragraph. Unfortunately, because you know why I'm gonna read that paragraph later. Anyway, yeah, I don't think Bottas is gonna hold us up here, but Bottas might get held up by there's a Mercedes moving kind of slow. Verstappen crosses the line. Didn't improve. Weirdly. Perez now, I think he may have been blocked by a couple drivers here. We're hoping as much. What do you mean by hood? Like, when did I say hood? I'm confused now. Perez crosses the line, doesn't improve. Perez is going to be P10 here. Oh my god, the Red Bulls are having a stinker. Piastri now, although our drivers are now coming across the line here. Leclerc increases on his lap. Sainz, I think, may have improved. I don't know if he did. Hold you up. It basically means if they get in your way,
Last was a very good lap.
they can block your lap, and obviously you have to slow down to not run into the back of them. But it's another Ferrari 1-2, chat. Another Ferrari 1-2. Leclerc is fastest in qualifying here. Amazing from Leclerc. Absolutely amazing. And I'm pretty sure this is just a medium hard. Like, we could go soft hard, but I'm less intimidated by the drivers behind now because we were so quick in Bahrain. Although Russell was a little scary, so maybe Norris might be a little scary and Verstappen's still there. So this could be a bold strategy, but I'm going to have a quick break here. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'll be with tea and stuff, so, you know, whenever we do that, we'll reconvene and we'll start the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And we're somewhat back. I've still got to get tea here, and there's no snacks. Grr. But, we'll see. I'll just drink this tea and then I'll have my supper and I'll be off the bed, but we still have the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix to go before then. And if it goes well enough, maybe we could do a third race, because if we just rattle through these really quickly and just win the championship in, like, you know, 3 nights, because we're just simming through them all at, you know, 16 times speed, because we're in the lead by so far at all times. But it's probably unlikely to happen. I think at some point in the season we'll have to upgrade some parts of durability. Like the front wing, I think is going to need to be more durable for sure, because it seems to be decreasing at a rapid rate. And anyway, let us head into Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here.
The drivers are lined up on the grid
Let
here
us
at
head
the
in.
Jeddah Corniche circuit, preparing for 50
The Jeddah Corniche
flat-out
circuit.
laps under the lights. I suspect that we'll all be closely following Charles Leclerc in this one.
They start in P1, but will they be able to stay there? The first corner could be so crucial.
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One.
And let's hope we just have a
We're
calm
now
getaway
moments
here.
away from this.
Scared,
The
oh my
Saudi
god,
Arabian
both
Grand
drivers
Prix.
behind her on the softs.
And it's lights
A little
out,
scary.
and away we go.
Sainz now needs to fucking overtake Russell. Or Norris.
Try your best.
Try your best, try your best.
Keep it tidy.
Copy.
Sainz now is going to be trapped behind Norris. Hopefully Leclerc has the pace to get away. That is what we're hoping. And hopefully not on, you know, he's able to get away while they're on the softs. Which may seem to happen. He's now 8/10 up the road. Is Leclerc. And Russell's now into P4. And Sainz is going to have to defend here from Russell. As we start to try and catch Norris ahead. We're going to have to go back on ERS here. In order to stay with Norris. But it seems relatively comfortable. As Leclerc's now extending his margin ahead. Doesn't need to push that heavy on ERS at the moment. And it's not let us overtake. Okay. The DRS is now enabled. DRS enabled.
Currently P3.
I wonder how hard I can push on these mediums. Because if we can push... it doesn't even tell us. Right, let's just magically say this. Oh my god, it doesn't even let us do that. That's so annoying. How they've removed that from the game. Why? Don't know why they've removed that. Now we're gonna need to kind of look after the tires, I guess. Let's see. Can Sainz disappear from Norris here? Does Sainz have the pace to do that?
I cannot pass, guys. It's too difficult. I'm trying everything.
You've literally just overtaken. It annoys me when they say that, because it's like you're in the middle of overtaking them. Can Sainz now disappear from Norris? And if he can, then us in the Ferrari is absolutely built diff. And he's 9/10 up the road, chat. 9/10 up the road. And we're on the mediums, and we're escaping! We are escaping. And we are escaping up the road, chat. Unbelievable. We're just going to keep pushing like this for a bit until we get like 4 seconds out. And now we can harvest first. We're going to harvest first.
Charge button on.
Charge button on. And then after harvesting, we're gonna now back off on fuel. But we're still good for pace here at the moment. Let us back off in the tires for both drivers, get them into the right temperature window.
Okay.
Into the right temperature window here.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, Ferrari, we are so back. We are so back. Let's go. Let's fucking go, chat. We are so back. So are Mercedes as well, which is a little scary. Because they will have a lot of research allocation. Sainz is going to need to start pushing the pace again because the Mercedes is catching him. But they're on used softs, man. What are you doing? Sainz. Please keep going. And Verstappen's now somehow got into P3. Oh no. Oh dearie me.
less lift off.
Copy.
Less Lyco. We need to make sure Verstappen does not catch, because that would just be annoying as hell. We missed the pit entry.
So there was a crash.
Verstappen's in.
There is debris on
Shit.
track over there.
Bottas has crashed here. Please tell it. Please be a long VSC so that we can get round here. Oh, Bottas has destroyed that car. Hopefully this is a long VSC here. Otherwise this could really sabotage what we've been doing.
Virtual safety car deployed. Stay as close as possible to the delta.
Ah, that was unexpected, unfortunately. Please stay out VSC, otherwise Verstappen's going to be in the driver's seat. Although Verstappen's now gone on to the mediums. Interesting.
So box now. Box, speed confirm.
Copy, box.
Gotta make sure our tires get up to temp here as we exit the pits. But we should be out ahead of Verstappen for sure.
Box.
Leclerc's got a good stop here, that's good to know. Sainz needs a good stop to get out ahead of this car. He is good. I think that's the Merc of Russell. And thankfully Sainz did not get held up. Leclerc's going to exit now in P1. Oh, that is such a perfect release. Sainz now is going to be in a train, which is not great. Down in P6, Leclerc could probably comfortably win from here. Whereas Sainz now is going to have to clear these drivers, and he's probably worried about the medium runners behind. So we've got to really clear the drivers ahead onto this restart. And the virtual safety car ending. Virtual safety car ending.
Copy.
Let's stay with Sainz here, see can he make up positions as we go green.
And DRS enable.
DRS enable, DRS enable.
Might be a chance.
Yeah, all good.
Sainz now looking for a move on Stroll. This is gift, well I mean Piastri and all still need a pit. So not really gifted them. Maloney, no he's not pit, never mind. Ricciardo is pit, so Ricciardo's going to be the driver to watch out for of the outliers, and Mick. See if any of them can make it into the points at the end here. But Leclerc now. Don't squeeze us, don't squeeze us, don't squeeze us. You can tell him to back off the curbs, and Leclerc should coast it home from here, realistically. Verstappen now catching Perez, which is not good. We need to clear Stroll. And is Sainz gonna Stroll? He is! Sainz has Stroll on Stroll! Wow! He's taken a stroll with Stroll and did a stroll on Stroll. Very interesting. But now at least we've got Lance Stroll protecting us from Max and the medium runners behind. We now need to clear Piastri. He's going to send it there, which is an awful place to send it. Really awful place to send it. But he's going to clear the Williams of Piastri here on those older mediums. Yikes, big yikes. Sainz now ahead. He just now has the two Alpines to dispatch here. And then Sainz will have clear air to push into. And he's got Magnussen ahead. Can he send it around the outside of Magnussen here? He is going to. Very late on the brakes from Sainz. And can I even get the traction on Gasly here? Why is it going for a move there? Carlos Sainz is an absolute madman. Carlos Sainz has cleared everyone and Verstappen's still P7. I mean, Verstappen is possibly in the best position here for P3, whereas we're now escaparoo into the distance.
No DRS, no DRS for it.
No errors for you.
Charge button on.
Charge button on. Charge button on.
Look after the front tires.
Look after the front tires. Are you going to sell the fuel off? Oh, hilarious! We were just so in the lead that we could coast forever, Markebo. We will start a side business selling the extra fuel we have after the race. But now I think we can be able to push to the end really with Charles and his fuel. We have so much of it left. No! Thank you for the follow, George Mitchell, and you've come at a scary time because Max is about to catch us. Out of nowhere, Max is right there. He's almost in DRS. Push, Shines. Don't let him catch you. I wonder, do we have any more hards? Alright, now you've fixed it so that it works for whatever reason. Alright, we can push on the hards to the end and we're going to do exactly that. I don't feel like we need to push on our ERS here. I feel like we can hold them off just by using the tyre here. And we are so fucking clear of everyone else. Let's go, chat. We are so good, oh my god. This season is the season of the Ferrari! Let's go! Ferrari! And now we need Russell to catch Verstappen. We need Norris to clear these two Alpines. And Norris to get caught up in this battle. We need Joe to get caught up in this battle as well. Perez is now still yet to box. Perez is gone! Yes! And we can now back off a bit from Verstappen. If it'll let me click the buttons I want to press. Leclerc's keeping his tyres in a good window here. I think we can go a bit aggressive on his tyres to keep him away from Sainz. Although Sainz may close up. Russell is got past Verstappen here. Norris is, there's a massive gap here. Ocon P7, Ricciardo P8, and Mick. How is Mick falling off so bad? I don't know. But again, welcome George Mitchell to the chat. We're now 7 followers off 300, which is insane to think. So if you're enjoying what you're watching, if you're enjoying the Ferrari dominance that we've not experienced this entire save, hit the follow. We are looking for our first championship in Season 4 here, and we've started with Bahrain and Saudi Arabia dominance here. Thank you for the follow, Baron Karza. We are 6 away from 300, and we are absolutely stonking it with Ferrari here. I'm blown away how good we've been at the start of this year. We have been Red Bull levels of dominant, and I love to see it. Verstappen's P4, and Perez is P14. Oh, you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it, chat. You'll love to see it. We are so far clear. just need to keep an eye on Russell that he doesn't start like pacing it. Although Russell's escaped DRS from Verstappen. The Mercedes may be quicker than the Red Bull this year. And the Mercedes may be actually kind of scary because they'll have more wind tunnel time than we will by a long shot, because they finished 5th last season. We finished 2nd. So there may be a big flip-flop. And I ain't talking about the sandal.
And charge on.
A recharge on, a recharge on. But we are doing well here. Mercedes is definitely back in Season 4. Absolutely right, Sean. Mercedes are completely back. For those of you who are new here, Mercedes were like really bad last season. They got P5. They were best of the rest, but barely. They were so far off the top 4. And look at them now. Russell and Norris. Norris, who's just joined Mercedes, is now in a fucking amazing car. And Ocon and Bottas are now the McLaren pairing, which is an odd pairing. Very odd pairing. But Danny Rick here could be on for his first points in the Alfa Romeo. So that will be exciting to see if he can pull it off. Logie, Sarge and Mick here battling. Perez in behind. But Verstappen's now caught back up again to Russell. I'm scared for when Red Bull start to act like Red Bull again in this season. But chat, as we're progressing so quickly here, I think we may have time for another race. Which usually we would be micromanaging this so much that we wouldn't have time for 3 races, but I think we got time. Because we're doing so well. I don't think we're going to get the fastest lap here because we need to manage our tyres to the end. I have a feeling this might be a shock lift for your team when Red Bull suddenly come back alive. It absolutely would be. It'll be a shock when Red Bull come back. It's going to be terrifying. I know they're going to come back at some point. I'm just terrified for when that is. A fastest lap for Magnussen. I don't know if we're going to get fastest lap here because we are on the hards, obviously. They're on the softs. But we've still got good life in these hards. That's why I'm managing the hards at the moment. I want to see, can we get the fastest lap? I'm actually going to manage even more here to see. There's a VSC. Chat, what do we do?
Focus on the delta.
Okay.
What do we do, chat?
There is a crash.
Well,
Be very careful.
Here's the replay.
I don't
Now with
think
the Haas.
anyone who undercuts us is going to
that's
actually.
where they hit the wall. That will have knocked.
Just the brakes didn't work there. I don't think Russell and Verstappen, if they go onto the softs, will catch us. So I think we're going to play it safe here and stay out. We're going to stay out. Anyone going to pit under that VSC? Doesn't seem like it. Everyone playing it safe here. They don't want to lose out to the cars behind. Virtual safety car ending.
Ending now.
Yeah.
Virtual safety car ending.
DRS enable, okay.
Gunther Steiner, yeah, Gunther Steiner is not happy. Zane Maloney has a weird, like, lack of pace, but then got through to
5 laps to go.
Q2, and then was like 8/10 off P14. It's very weird. But we're still conserving these tires because we want our fastest lap here. Yeah, you're right. There's such a big gap between Maloney and Tsunoda. Tsunoda's trying to get that final point in his beloved P11 here. Ricciardo may get his first points in the Alfa Romeo. Russell overtakes Verstappen again here. We've 3 laps to go. Leclerc in the lead, leading the Ferraris. This could be a Maloney season where he's lost a seat. Absolutely. I feel like he got no points in the AlphaTauri last season. He was miles off Yuki, and they can't do another season like that. They really can't. But we're now heading on to the final laps here, and we need to make sure we get the fastest lap if we can. I wonder what the fastest lap is. The fastest lap was Magnussen, and he got a 1:30.8. And we need to improve by over a second on our last lap times, although we were conserving our tyres, so I think we can do it here. I think we can get the fastest lap here with either of our drivers. But, and again, what a race from Ferrari again. We are so back. We are so back. It's unbelievable, chat. It is unbelievable how back we are. We are so back that you may as well start playing Baby Got Back. Or even Baby Come Back. Baby Come Back. Any kind of fool would see I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. Baby Come Back. But chat, what do we even do now? Like, I don't know. And for those of you who are unaware, Leclerc gets the fastest lap. I mean, that's not what I was going to say, but Leclerc gets the fastest lap. Let's go. A 1:30.1, that's 7 tenths clear of the next fastest lap. Let's go. Conserving the tyres was the move. We've now got the fastest lap here. But for those of you who are unaware, it is currently September, which means subscribers are now 30% off. So if you want to subscribe, it's 30% off. You can also sub with Twitch Prime, and Twitch Prime is free. I'm pretty sure Prime subs are free, and Twitch pays for your Prime subs. So if you do want to sub a Prime, you can. And if you want to drop a follow while you're here as well, we're going to do another race after this one because this one's gone so well. We were actually going to end the night on Saturday, but we've paced through this so quickly because we've been just doing so well. But yeah, as I was saying, it is September. Subscriptions will never be cheaper because it's September. It's their whole thing, Switch's whole thing. So if you do want to sub, you can. But we are now on the last lap, and it's Charles Leclerc with the fastest lap and the win, and it's Ferrari max points again. Let's go. Let's go. Oh no, it's it's fucking Verstappen and Russell on the line. Oh, and Russell gets it. Danny Rick now battling for P9. Ricciardo around the outside! Danny Ricciardo around the outside of Lance Stroll! It's a drag race! Danny Ricciardo P9 gets 2 points in the Alfa Romeo. Mega result. Sergio Perez washed. P13. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Even Nick De Vries is battling with Perez. Hilarious. It's another Ferrari 1-2. Let's go. Russell back-to-back P3s, as Sean says. All hail Ferrari, man. All hail Ferrari. Leclerc goes top of the leaderboards as his 2 fastest laps to Sainz's 0. But each of them are sharing a win here. And we are still top of the pit stop competition. Russell is having a season like what Alonso did IRL this season. Pretty much so far. I believe this race now we have Australia. We have the Aussies, and we can pick our performance targets. Yeah, we've Australia. Sean is correct. And I'm actually going to go bold and say we can get top 4. Because, you know, we've been doing so good. It is. Can we edit that? We can't edit that. Right. Car inspection failed. I feel like we're going to need a rapid production of the front wings, which is why we're going to need to design front wings with better longevity. Because if we go to car 2, they're almost done as well, so we're going to need 2 new front wings. How else is our longevity doing here? Let's have a look. Car 1, the chassis still doing well. The suspensions actually not got great longevity. The chassis is good. Underfloor good. Any wear on this, it's just the front wing currently. But we are good for manufacturing parts at the moment. Board attendance. We've been doing so well, the only thing that can stop us is a crash, and the board is going to love us if we continue our form here. And we must continue our form here. Let's go. Enrico, you might have depression if you've low morale. We're doing so well, what are you on about? You might want to see a therapist, Enrico. A double Ferrari 1-2, what more do you want us to do? But I don't even really know what we want to upgrade next. Chat, if I'm honest. We could do suspension simulator. I think I actually want to do factory because I feel like we will have the money, or we will have the time to get the money for a factory. And then I feel like factory is now going to be the biggest help to us in the game. There's going to be heavy rain in there's going to be heavy rain here in qualifying. That's the word. Well done, we got there. I'm slowly starving and I need to eat desperately. But we're going to start this qualifying session here. Let's go. We're quickest in practice. You already know, man. You already know. You know it. But wow, this has gone so well.
Welcome to
Croft, they don't even need to know. We're sweet, la. We have been before, you know. Let's put the one on the edge on. When's the rain gonna come? Okay, we should be good for one run here. Let's put... Is this chocolate? So good.
Radio check. Yeah. Loud and clear. And radio check when you can.
It may have fell off the stick.
Radio check, okay.
Copy, loud and clear.
Working on tires.
Yeah.
And we need you to push this out lap.
Copy.
But chat, things are going well. Things are going very well. Everyone's on an outlap here, so I'm not expecting any surprises here, really. Thankfully, no one's gonna block our lap, though. Key.
can go. Track is clear. You can go when you're ready.
And track is clear, track clear.
And I believe for our lap, the track temperature should be at its highest.
Corner, chance button off.
So we do have that to look forward to here. Well, let's see what we can do. I'm interested to see, does anyone want to even come near our unbelievable, unrelenting pace? Because we are doing so well. I remember saying towards the end of Season 3 that I'd figured the game out because we had way more weight, extra weight, than Red Bull, which was our issue really. And now that I know that you don't need as much weight in the car, we should be flying. And then we'll add a little more weight as time progresses because we're wanting to upgrade our durability, because it'll keep the cost gap down if we have a good durable car. But Verstappen's left his lap the latest here, and the rain is going to be coming down very soon, but I feel like everyone's going to get their lap in before the rain comes down. And we'll see, is there any big misses? I don't think there'll be any big misses, if I'm honest. Although the Alpines are way down there, and Magnussen's already out, and the Alpines are one of the quicker cars. Both Alpines are out. Piastri's out, Zhou's out, Iwasa's out, Verstappen's through, and I think that's going to be it for Q1 here. The rain's coming down now, no one's going to do any more laps in Q1. I mean they are, but no one's going to improve on their laps. We're just going to sim on through here. But interesting, the Alpines are pretty quick, are both out in Q1 here. So there is that. I don't know why drivers are still going out, but oh well. Track is dry again, dramatically, but I believe we're good. We're good. We got our laps. We're good. We got our clear run. We don't need to worry about any more dry. Maybe the Alpines can now save themselves. Gasly's just out. Can anyone save their lap here? Magnussen's still out, but Gasly was able to save himself here. Gasly was able to save himself from the drop, but no one else really. And it's going to be dries again here in Q2, and we're going to keep on these used tires because we have it. It's the exact same story. In this qualifying session, I'm gonna, move that camera down a bit. And everyone's gonna be piling out of the pits. We just want to have a clear run. We don't want anyone blocking us. And we will get that now. And hopefully Sainz is a good enough lap time. 2/10 off. But I think we should be okay. No one else really touching our lap time. Magnussen out in Q1, Sean, absolutely. Did mention that.
Expecting some rain.
Copy.
Maloney into Q2, you're right, that is a surprise. Maloney though, 1 second off us. De Vries into Q2 as well, you're right. We'll see, can any of these drivers get into Q3? Is it going to do the thing where it went dry at the end of the session there? It doesn't seem to be going dry here. So that is going to be your order. Danny Rick into Q3 here. Yeah, Joe is out in Q1. I think the Astons... Sean, do you remember the Astons and the... or last year the Mercs were bad? This year I think it's the Astons are bad. Yeah, Aston really fell off now just this season. They were still quick last season. But it seems this season is the fall off point. Ricciardo is into Q3 here, and we're gonna go on to fresh softs because we want to maximize our run here. On our first lap. Sonoda into Q3 as well. Notable appearances. Any drivers? There we go. All we needed. I wanted someone to give us a tow to make sure that Sainz has got a tow here basically for his lap, which we will now have. Let's see, can the Ferraris do well here? Sainz leads us away. And hopefully Ricciardo gets a good result here in qualifying. I'd love to see it. But the rain is going to come down very soon here, and it's going to come down heavy. So it'll be interesting to see, can we... Sonoda goes fastest. Let's see what Sainz can do. Followed by Leclerc. Verstappen now jumps to a 19.0. Sainz couldn't beat Sonoda.
It's a very good lap.
Perez down, Bottas down. Ricciardo goes to P8. Ocon. Both Mercs are like nearly within a tenth of us. But Sainz, what has Sainz done? I'm so confused, what has Sainz done?
There is rain coming.
I mean, we're gonna switch onto the softs here. Sonoda P5 as it stands, and we're gonna just need to be here if the rain eases off enough, but it's not going to. It's almost wet here. The rain is not gonna ease off quick enough. Yeah, not quick enough. Mercedes are a threat here because they're within a tenth. You're absolutely right. I'm pretty sure this track is a soft medium. And Sainz has lost out to Ocon. Sainz has had a stinker. Absolute stinker in quali. Unexplainable really how bad that was. But let's see the strategies here. There's a medium hard, there's a soft hard. I'm pretty sure there's a soft medium is the quickest. So we'll go soft medium here. But that seems to be the best strategy. Will be a soft medium here, and Sainz is going to need to make up places here, and Leclerc's got to just try and escape from the Mercs really, which he was able to do in Saudi, but will he be able to do it in Australia here?
Ready for the Australian Grand Prix.
He should be. There's a Merc on the mediums, there's another Merc on the hards. Verstappen's on the softs here.
Lights out, and away we go.
Leclerc, is he going to get out well away here? Well, let's look at the back of him. He is away well. Sainz now on the outside of Ocon. Can Sainz make it through turn 1 without getting cleaned? He has. He has survived turn 1. There's a lot of drivers with the mixed sets here. We've gone for the softs. We should be able to escape the Mercs.
And keep it tidy.
What happened there? There was contact
There was a crash.
between who?
Be careful.
Was it the
Right then,
Mercs?
you can take a look now. Now here we are.
Was
tackling
Valtteri
turn
Bottas
three.
and
Not
Lance
a lot of
Stroll?
wiggle room here. And not just one car involved in that, as you can see. Now I imagine their confidence will have taken a knock.
Oh my god. Tsunoda ahead of Verstappen is right. What? Verstappen though, back ahead. Through this tight section. As we've got Russell in the hards, Norris in the mediums, Leclerc should hopefully just pace out of this battle. Ricciardo into P8, let's go Ricciardo. Ricciardo on the sauce. Sargent in a P9, we would love to see Sargent get points. Perez is having an absolute stinker in P10, as usual. You're right, Sean, Perez has lost places. Sainz now needs to clear the runners who are not on the softs ahead. Verstappen is the threat here, he's the only driver on the softs. De Vries in P11, De Vries could do something here, but he's not on the right strategy really. And Leclerc on the right tyres here is going to piece out. I'm even going to start backing off now.
And we need some lift and go.
Because we're just on the right tyres with Leclerc. We're just on the right tyres, we don't even need to worry. And Tsunoda and Max have been side by side for so long here, we're losing time with Sainz here. Stuck behind them. And they continue to be side by side here. Yeah, Sean, that was a very weird incident, is right. Sainz now on Verstappen. It's insane, we're actually quicker than Verstappen and Sainz on the inside! Should get the move done, although Verstappen's coming back at us. He's coming back. And we're coming back at him.
DRS enabled.
Norris now fastest lap here.
Ammonia P1. Car behind is
Sainz still side by side with Verstappen. And now he's going to get ahead here. He's not going to send it on Tsunoda too far back here. But Leclerc just going to peace out from this battle behind. Going to peace out from the Mercs. Russell's holding everyone up on the hards here. So we will need to clear Tsunoda and Russell. What does this incident remind you of? I don't remember an incident like that off the top of my head. Do you have one in your mind, Sean?
The temperatures are
That you would like to tell the rest of the class? Come on, Sainz. Sainz now not going for a move on Tsunoda. Raikkonen and Magnussen in Monaco? Jesus, Sean, I definitely don't know that. Round the outside of Tsunoda, wow! Round the outside while he was harvesting.
Charge button on.
Charge button on, charge button on. And we can use the double dose of DRS here with Sainz to start to catch Norris. The only negative really here is that we don't have a lot of ERS to play with, but I believe we have the pace in this Ferrari. And the DRS now should help us get pushed up. But we will need to start managing these softs soon, and I think once we catch the back of Norris, who's on the medium tyres, we can start to manage. But we will need to catch him first. And wow, we have such pace. We're almost within the DRS. Oh, we're not just there. Sainz gets fastest lap here. Still need to push to be within DRS of Norris. We're there now. We can now start to back off these tyres. Go Lachugga is right. And Lachugga is having a Lachugga choo choo of a time. Sargent into P7? What? Is Sargent catching Verstappen? Sargent's catching Verstappen.
Energies are good.
Energies are good. Energies are good. And we're
Has
just
that
now
off.
Yeah, copy that.
protecting our tyres with science here. And I think once we get to the right level, we can actually pace off into the distance from Norris. I feel like we will have the pace on Norris. We just need to make sure our battery is good here. And we can now push up to the back of Norris again.
Button off.
And then pace off into the
Tire
distance maybe?
management.
And look after tires in the high speed.
Look after tires in
But
the
I need to
high
judge
speed.
The risk. Less lift off.
Now he's going to be harder to dispatch than Russell will be, but we will try it certainly. Whereas Leclerc's now 6 seconds ahead. We are so here. Sonoda into P4 in the AlphaTauri. Someone give that man the Red Bull seat over Perez. Perez has been a stinker. Stinking up the gaff. Sainz, are you gonna overtake? Round the outside. Sweeps through. And we're now going to push with Sainz to see can we escape Norris. We were kind of hoping for the move earlier. Carlando face-off here. You're absolutely right, it is a Carlando face-off. And I don't think we're going to have it just yet, so I think we're going to back off here.
And more Lyco.
Oh, actually, we might. We might. Even with the DRS off Norris. Norris will have DRS here, but can we extend here? Sargent is in the Sonoda train is right, but he's now behind Russell. Russell's struggling on these hard tyres. Verstappen now is going to overtake Sonoda. He'll have DRS here. So Verstappen should keep it ahead here. I'm going to need to back off the curbs to protect the tires. Carlos. And we may have overextended ourselves a bit too much with Sainz. Now we need to protect the tyres to make the medium stint work here. We will get a safety car in this race? I hope not, because we're doing very well for pace here. Just need to harvest a bit here. Harvest. Then back to neutral again. And we're keeping similar pace, but not as much as we would like. Sonoda and Verstappen still swapping places here. And with Sainz now, we just need to make sure he makes his stint. Overall, really. We might even go a little bit early on the mediums if we can here, to allow him that extra leeway to make it if he can. But his pace still looks good. But Norris is now catching on these medium tyres. Norris's tyres way better than ours. And Norris will now have it, so we're gonna just back off here completely. And we're going to stay behind Norris and protect our tyres. That's my objective here, really. Norris, you can go through at any time, pal. Yep, round the outside. Love it. And we just need to get our ERS back up again here. And our tyre temps. But we are completely conserving everything here. And still staying with Lando. This is the pace of our Ferrari this season. It is beautiful. It is so beautiful. Sargent into 6th? Huh? Oh my god, Logie Sarge is doing a Mazda in that Williams. And we're actually going to need to now push with Sainz, because Lando is heading up the road. What the hell? This isn't allowed. You're not allowed to be quicker than us, even on much better tyres. We can now back off the tyres again, and we'll be right up behind Ricciardo is falling back his right. De Vries is now overtaking him, although Ricciardo will be going onto the medium stint here.
Both tires.
So that's still one to watch out for, really. And Sainz now just needs to keep conserving to get to lap 26. We want to extend here with Sainz if we can, to get him onto his stint. I know it's the optimal pit stop now, but we want to just see how far we can extend him, really. Stu should still have it this lap, DRS. And we'll go for another lap
Take your
here.
tire phase when you can.
This tire is not great for the moment.
And we can now
Okay, understood.
go on to the mediums with Sainz. He has extended his lap time enough, but
It comes
Norris
from
is a real threat here because Norris will be doing the medium softs. So
Yeah, box.
that is going to be a real concern.
Time to go hunting.
Time to go hunting.
Okay.
And with Leclerc, I mean,
And try to take care of these tires.
let's just extend even longer, really. And see what the drivers behind are doing in the pits. Still got Norris, Tsunoda, Sarge to pit. And we're going to need to essentially improve on that battle, essentially. Sainz is now in for his stop onto the mediums here. Stops for the marks. It's a good Ferrari pit stop, but where is Sainz going to exit? I hope it's not in a train. And it may be in a train. It is in a train. He's even behind the Aston of Stroll here. We're not even going to push too hard in the ERS here because we're in a train. I mean, we can, but... And now with Leclerc, we're just going to push.
We need you to push now.
We're just going to do an extra lap and then go in the mediums. We're not going to overcomplicate this, really. But Verstappen and Russell are now out 5 seconds behind Sainz. So Sainz has got a good cushion from them who are on the similar strategy. It's Norris is the driver we're looking out for here. So Sainz is going to have to dispatch of some of these medium runners. So he will deploy here to try and get him to overtake. And with Leclerc, we're going to go on the mediums here. Should be comfortable to the end here. Should be out ahead of Perez, I would say.
Confirm.
Copy box.
Sainz now stuck in this train. Can he get past Stroll here? Stroll has that penalty from the earlier contact with Bottas. And I thought we were about to get Maloney as well there. Still side by side with Stroll. When is the time we've seen Sargent has outpaced Tsunoda? Sargent is in a P3 at the moment. And he's dropped Tsunoda, who was very quick this race. Right.
Charles pit lane.
Copy.
Sainz now around the outside of Maloney. We'll get that move done on those fresh mediums.
Sorry about that.
Now it has Magnussen next, and all these drivers soon are going to have to pit. But Sainz crucially is losing time to them, and Norris will be going onto the softs. So we will see how that unfolds later on in this race. Sainz now round the outside of Magnussen. Can he get the move? Did they? I missed that pit stop. I mean, we're still ahead of Perez, so it doesn't really matter. What a send from Sainz! Our car is unbelievable.
No DRS. No DRS for it.
Carlos now will have no ERS, and he still might send it. Sends it on the inside of Gasly. How many overtakes is Sainz going to make here? Sainz may overtake the entire train. Oh.
This guy, come on.
This guy, come on, what did the guy do to you? He didn't do anything. Whereas Leclerc now, where is he? Leclerc is now behind Tsunoda and Sargent. Oh, we almost smashed into De Vries there. Sainz now around the outside of De Vries. I'm scared with the amount of overtakes we're making that we may make contact with some driver who's keeping a wheel in when they shouldn't be.
Charge button on.
But Ocon is going to be a bollard for a bit now because Ocon is on the hards.
Good job on that.
So at the moment you have P3.
So we need a dispatch of Perez and then Ocon. What a send round the outside from Sainz. Because once we get past Ocon we'll be in clear air and we can back off finally again.
And confirm. Lift off.
Don't need to overtake here. Lovely, now we're back to aggressive overtakes. And we'll have a double dose of DRS here.
Chance.
Down the straight.
Less lift off.
And that should allow Sainz to comfortably disappear in the distance as Ocon pits, Perez pits. Ocon's going to be doing a hard medium here. Perez is going to be going onto the softs now, I believe. Unless he's going onto the hards. Yeah, he's going to the softs. And now we have DRS.
You're doing a good job.
We are P2.
Leclerc overtakes Sargent. Interesting.
Right, we're taking the second
Just
corner.
with the DRS here.
They decide to give it a go.
On the inside. Easy as you like. Sargent still remains P3. Which is ridiculous how he is there.
Charge button on.
Sainz can now back off and protect his tyres to the end here. And hopefully can Leclerc as well. But I believe... Oh, Sargent and Tsunoda, you need a box. Do not stay out too long. I'm scared they might stay out too long. Sargent's already 28%. I'm scared they might want to stay out even longer and then be like... Just go until you have a puncture. Which would be stupid. They might actually do that. Norris, though, is going to be a driver to watch because he'll be pitting on the softs here. Sargent does pit, that's good to know. Tsunoda does pit, that's good. We want them to have good results here.
At the moment you have the fastest lap.
And he has the fastest lap. Needs to back off the curbs.
And we need to look after these tires.
Need to look after the tires, look after the tires.
Just look
Ooh.
after
More lipo.
More Lyco. We've now Russell behind us on the same strategy here. That's a little scary. And we're managing with Sainz at the moment. So we're going to need to start to push because we need to get our ERS back here. Norris is finally in for his stop. But Sainz now is going to need to push a little bit. And Norris is 4 seconds behind on the softs. Yikes. 22 laps to go here. And Lando's on a very good strategy here, although he has Verstappen pressuring, and Sargent and Sonoda are P6 and 7, and they're on good tyres here. To the end, Ricciardo sits, and Piastri 8 and 9, although they don't have as good tyres as the drivers behind them, so they could get swallowed up here. Sonoda with the fastest lap on those soft. Sargent and Sonoda could be on for very good positions here. Amazing. I think I need to go aggressive whilst also still on the curbs. And Marchebo, even though Leclerc may have had that bad pit stop that I didn't even notice because he was so far in the lead, he will have even more fuel to sell at the end of this race. So our side business is sweet. Cost cap got nothing on us. We are sweet to the end here. So much fuel with Leclerc. Our car is so good this season. Wow. Norris though closing up to us, which is a little concerning. Norris now. I think we can actually back off the tyres with Leclerc because he could want to push for the fastest lap at the end, potentially. Whereas Norris is on the better soft tyres at the moment, so we need to stay ahead. Although Russell, his teammate, may be holding up Norris, trying to catch us in P2 as it stands. So that'll be something to watch out for. I don't think Sainz is getting the fastest lap here, but he may keep P2. Norris struggling to catch us here on those soft tyres, and once they drop below 50, that's when they kind of start to go off, and the mediums are better, really at any percentage above 30, I would say. But Norris now catching. We're going to need to go back on field with Sainz here to stay ahead if we can. How many laps do we have left? We're still good on pace.
Take care of the tires.
Take care of the tires. Oh, Norris is getting very close here. We want to keep him out of DRS if we can, whilst pushing well on the tires. Norris, now we just need to get him under 50. Really? And he's so close.
How are we?
Yeah, I know the temps are
Try
cold,
to keep the temperature on the tires.
but the temperature is not a worry for you, Leclerc. It's a worry for Sainz more. Is overheating the tyre. Sainz now can push while staying off the curbs. And what is our last lap currently? Our last lap is a 22.0 with Sainz, and Ocon has a 20.4. That may be a bit harder to get the fastest lap here, but we will certainly try. 3 laps to go here in this Australian Grand Prix, and it may be another Ferrari 1-2 here. We might have another Ferrari 1-2. Norris was relatively scary. It'll be Norris's first podium in a Mercedes, but I believe we should have this until the end here. We'll see now that Leclerc's pushing a bit more. We'll see what lap time he can do, and then we'll push ERS in the final lap, as he'll have those mediums up to temp, whereas with Sainz we're just kind of pushing to make sure he stays ahead of Norris here at the end. Oh, forgot to press the deploy. We may potentially lose out on the fastest lap due to that. But if Leclerc can get DRS here, he does have DRS on the Haas. Hopefully the Haas doesn't get in the way. Get out of the way, Haas, and give us another dose of DRS here. Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Do not block us. You've blocked us, you dick. Let's see, Leclerc's got a purple medal. Does he have enough for the fastest lap here is the question. Because then we will have maximum points in all of the first 3 races here. And Leclerc wins in Australia and gets the fastest lap. How close was he to Ocon? Oh, he was just a 10th quicker. Let's fucking go. And Norris gets his first Merc podium. Tsunoda with a rapid race here gets P5 in the AlphaTauri. Sargent gets P7, his probably best result in F1. De Vries is going to come home to P9. Perez, with barely any sauce left, is going to get P10. Unfortunate for Ricciardo and Piastri. Unable to keep the drivers behind a bay, but Go Lechugga is right. Lechugga Chugga Choo Choo, and the Lechugga Chugga Choo Choo train has left the station with Leclerc extending his lead in the championship. What a result for Charles. What a result. And what a result for Sainz as well. Another Ferrari 1-2. Maximum points in the first 3 races. Let's go. Mercedes are our only threat so far. Red Bull have been really nowhere in comparison to last season. Because Red Bull were quicker than us and everyone else by far. And this season they're now slower than Mercedes. Never mind us.
That was a really well executed race, I thought. Major credit to the driver, the pit wall, and the whole team for that win.
The team has been waiting patiently there, and you can see just how much.
But what a result, lads! What a result! Let's go! Another Ferrari 1-2. Another Ferrari 1-2.
There's further delight for the team.
What a result!
They get to see both drivers up there together.
Well, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park, but it was a thrilling weekend here for us all at the Australian Grand Prix.
What a result, lads, what a result.
How do you think they'll be feeling after that race?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
But after that great 1-2, that was the final race of the stream. We're going to find someone here
Next time, the
to
team will be
raid
racing through the streets of another city.
on our way out here. Hope you show them all love. If you want to follow me on your way out, please do. We're going to have more Ferrari coming your way. And if you want to subscribe as well, there is 30% off because it's September for subscriptions, so it's cheaper. And also, if you subscribe with Twitch Prime, it's free for you. So if you do want to do that, please do. Logie Sarge and Nick De Vries with monster races. Logie Sarge P7. What a result. But we extend our lead in the championship. What a result, and what a day of racing. Ferrari 1-2s galore. And we're now fastest pit stops as well. Like, what is going on? Like, life has changed for Ferrari. I don't know. Oh, we fucked qualifying. That's what that outgoing is. That little outgoing. But we're going to be back tomorrow for some Baku. And I might be commentating TIR round 4 as well. Be prepared for that. But I'm also very busy tomorrow, so I'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna now raid Guto on our way out here. If you want to drop me a follow on your way out, please do. I'll be back tomorrow for potentially TIR commentating of round 4, or not round 4, tier 4, and then I'll be doing more F1 Manager as well. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, and goodbye.